Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is TRSKSS and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be talking about, the good old man, our buddy, our pal, Mr. Ratman. And guys, you already saw my video. You already saw all the other videos talking about how to trigger him, where he could be hiding, and things like that. But today we are here to talk about the myth. We are here to put it to rest and find out what exactly is going on inside these sewers. Because man, oh man, they're a creepy spot, and I come here every single day getting the creepers just from being in the sewer. I mean, I haven't slept in 2 weeks out of all the time I spent here in the sewers. So, people, today we are going to be talking about what exactly happens in the sewers, what the heck is going on down in these hidden parts of GTA 5. Guys, before I do start, if you guys want to be ever so nice and support the video with a like, I'd really appreciate that, man. And also, if we could go ahead and hit maybe like 5 likes on the video, then I would go ahead and maybe upload again. But if we only hit like 2 likes or something, I'll have to delete my YouTube channel. So, yeah, like the video if you don't want me to delete my channel. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and get things started today. Alrighty, so as you guys know, the location of this place is inside of the sewers. Now, this is very interesting for 2 reasons. The first one is that, as you guys know, when you guys are inside of a tunnel, or if you guys are inside of like a narrow cave or something like that, or even if you guys are inside of your room and you guys happen to shout really loud, there will almost always be some type of an echo that follows you after you shout. Even if you guys were to go outside right now, like if you guys paused the video, if you went outside and screamed at the top of your lungs, you guys would hear, eventually once you stopped screaming, you would hear your voice like 2 or 3 more times before it eventually faded off. Now that, of course, is the echo that occurs in all of these places, because as you guys know, your voice just happens to bounce off the walls as it hits and like produces different sound waves and things like that. I don't know. I'm not a sound person. But I just know that there is echoes, and that in any place and in any game as realistic as Grand Theft Auto 5, there will almost always be an echo. Now, as you guys saw out there when Michael jumped into the crates, I purposely showed you guys that because you guys heard his voice muffled and then you heard it louder as he screamed the word "ah." Now, we are going to go outside into the sewers and we're going to take a little peek at what I mean here in terms of echo. Alrighty, people, so let's go ahead and head on out over here towards the sewers. And as you guys could hear right there, there is like a little bit of an echo from Michael's footsteps and from his jumping on this thing. So as we walk, and even if we fall, so guys, Michael's voice sounds different down here in the sewers because there is a big huge hollow spot with a bunch of different like cracks and crevices that will allow you to make up some echo here. Now, people are mistaken that this echo is actually Ratman on the sewers in GTA 5, and if you guys are like listening to it, as a matter of fact, there is no chance that it really could be Ratman, because even though there is like a beating heart and things like that that people are speculating, it all has to do with your echo and the types of stuff you hear around the sewers. Now, as you guys know, the sewer system on GTA 5 is the only sewer system that really exists in the city of Los Santos. And now this is significant for a few reasons. Because, guys, if you are thinking about this from a very logical perspective, it will actually end up, guys, it will be like making it so that way everybody can get rid of their waste really, really quickly. So anyways, people, let's go ahead and take a little peek here at some of the stuff we have. Because, guys, inside of a sewer, and I might put some pictures on screen, I don't know. Inside of a sewer, there's almost always like, uh, the poop and the pee floating through the sewers all throughout the area. And even if we go into certain places like this, there is still the echo of Michael's voice and an echo of Michael falling, as you guys heard just right there. So, people, as you guys know, inside of the sewer, they get rid of all the waste, they clean it out, and of course they send the water right back up into your house after it's been all filtered, treated with, like chlorine and things like that that you guys drink every single day inside your water. But people, what's very interesting that most people don't know is that if you guys have a running sewer system, why would you just abandon it? Like, I don't know where these residents of Los Santos are going to the bathroom. Are they just going and not flushing the toilet, or are they going outside and going with a dog? I mean, I haven't seen very many people lifting their legs up, so if you guys see them on GTA 5, let me know. Send me some pictures down below in the comments. But I haven't really seen that very many people out there, you know, lifting up their legs and just undoing their waste that built up inside of them throughout their whole day. So it would make sense that if this was a true sewer system, that the water would be rushing and things like that. Now, obviously, the sewer system in here looks like it hasn't been used in quite a while, and there's different things over here, such as construction and things like that. And even if we just were to go over here and, you know, climb around and take a peek at what there is to offer, there's really nothing else that, you know, blocks out the sewer or makes it so that way the the waste can collect in its areas and then deposit over to the water treatment plant, because that's how things will work in real life. So people, my theory here for the heartbeat, or the rhythmic motion that people are hearing and seeing as they're inside of the sewers, would obviously be that that is the waste getting deposited through a different number of pipes and finally getting treated and cleaned up through the factory, because these sewers are no longer usable, and maybe Rockstar put the pipes inside of the thing like somewhere else that people thought, oh, this is very interesting because now we can finally, you know, let our waste out, and then we can just hear this rhythmic heartbeat because we think it's Ratman. Now, people, another thing to support my theory is if you guys look up in these pipes on top of all three of these places, there's obviously nobody hiding up in there. Now, if you guys are thinking about this like the way I thought about it, that would be the way for all of the stuff to come right out into this area and just flow down the sewers. But of course, since we don't have big huge things just flooding out, hitting us in the face, we don't wake up with a big turd on our head, we obviously know that clearly the sewers in here are not working in their functional form like they should be. Now, something else that a lot of people think is really true and that really has something to do with Ratman is this light right here. Now, people think that it's green, and some people think that it's blue. I prefer to think it's a little more blue, but with like a speck of green, so let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. But anyways, guys, what happened here is that, you know, this light got burned out or something like that, and it got replaced by the workers of Los Santos. Now, if you guys come over here, you'll see a similar light. Now, this one, I can pretty much argue that it is green, because it looks, you know, like in that perfect little frame of mind here. But as you guys see, we have this green light right here that's very interesting, because it's reflected off that light, and it just covers this up. And so it obviously seems like the sewers here were just, you know, a little thing that broke down, because there is construction workers and stuff inside of them, and they just happened to break down, so the construction workers put up a few extra lights and, you know, fix the issue there. Because as you guys see, as I'm walking around, there's tons of construction all over the place, and it doesn't really seem like these people that would be living inside the sewers, or Ratman that would be living inside the sewers, would want to have all these lights on, especially because of things like that. Now, another theory that people propose about Ratman is that he removed the runs on the ladders here. Now, as you guys see, there is 4 things that are kind of uneven, then there's a little break, then there's like 5 more and a break, and then it's all the way up there until you get out to the Los Santos street and you can push up into that place.
Ah, crap.
Now, what's interesting about this is that these people are obviously, you know, they would have removed these things if something bad was going to happen inside the sewer. Maybe they didn't want you to get out of it or something like that. But you guys have to remember that sewers are rushing water areas, and when this sewer was functional, it's quite possible that it could have lost one of their runs on the thing, and people just happened to mistake it from Ratman, you know, plunging out of the deep darkness and getting it, just, you know, removing things. Now, something else that's very interesting is these blocks right here. As you guys can see, they're just 4 random blocks sitting around in a little heap, and there's nothing else that looks like it has been, you know, removed. Now, guys, if a ravenous monster happened to live in the sewers, I would think that they would, you know, if there was blocks all over, you would see the imprints of them in the wall. Maybe there would be like a break where they broke them or something like that. But now what's interesting is that if you guys look over here, this is all cracked up. Now I guess you could say that it's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, that was a stupid pun. But I guess you guys could say that this is all not what it's supposed to be, because if you guys think about it, when something cracks, it's not going to roll all the way down here. And that, again, backs up my theory of the Russian water by saying that once this water was rushing in this area, it happened to, move this from down here, rush it all the way over to this area right here on the map, and make people think that Ratman had put it there, or that there was some type of, extraterrestrial forces living inside of the sewer, man. I don't really know. Now, another thing that's very interesting, and this is like the last thing of the video, is that if you guys go around and you look inside all the little holes around the sewer, that you people will actually not see anything that is too interesting, or that would, lead you to believe that a rat lived in the sewers or something. As you guys can see, I was just showcasing another ladder. But they all look like they end, and that there's like a little area up there with, of course, just the light that I'm not sure if you guys can shoot out. But there's just happens to be a little light there that, the player can take a look at, focus on, and see what is up there through these little sewer wells. Now, if there was some type of rat in the sewer, don't you people think that he would maybe like try and capture people if they came down here? Because there is workers that work down in the sewers and things like that, so maybe he would try and capture them and put them in those cages. Or maybe it's for a future DLC, like maybe in an expansion pack, Rockstar Games is going to say, hey, we have a Ratman here that needs to be added in towards the sewers so the players can go find him and waste 10 million days of their time. I don't really know, people. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below on Ratman. I personally think that it was just a myth off of GTA 4, and even the GTA 4 one planned to be fake, as people ended up just chasing down a homeless man that was actually wearing a gray sweatshirt and gray sweatpants. So guys, I thought this was super interesting because I wasn't really all too sure about this, and I did make a video on this a few days ago, but I thought, you know what, why not? Why just not, find out about all this stuff, take a good old tour through the sewers, and surprisingly, I found it out for myself. Anyways, people, if you did enjoy the video, make sure that you do support it with a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. I'd hate if you missed out on any of my brand new videos, and with that being said, I'll see you guys later on, and peace.